If your website looks good enough, but your traffic isn't growing, you may be wondering what you're doing wrong. The thing is, if you're making these 3 mistakes, a good enough looking website doesn't really matter. I'm a web designer who works exclusively with food bloggers, and these are the mistakes that I see over and over again in the sites that I review. I'm Madison from Grace and Vine Studios, and after designing dozens of websites for food bloggers, these are mistakes that I can spot from a mile away. But they're so easy to fix, and you can start fixing them right away. Mistake number 1 is that your blog posts fail the 3-second test. The reality is, most of your users are coming straight to a blog post, not your homepage. When someone comes to a blog post, it needs to be immediately clear within 3 seconds who you are, what type of content you share, and if you can be trusted. This can be done through clear branding, author information, and strategic navigation to help them know what action to take next. Your action step here is to review a few of your blog posts and view them as if you're a stranger coming to your website for the very first time. Is it immediately clear what your website is about, what other type of content they can find on the site, and that you're a credible, real human source, which is so important these days. Mistake number 2 is that you have too many thin categories. This is bad for SEO and it's bad for users. When you have lots and lots of categories, which a lot of bloggers who've been around for a while fall into this trap, it creates lots and lots of pages for Google and other search crawlers to crawl on your website. We want to stick to the rule of 12 here, meaning if you're going to have a category, you should have at least 12 strong pieces of content that go in that category. And I mean at least. Oftentimes we want to see 20 or more, or you're building up to that point. So if you have a lot of categories with just a few posts in each of them, see what you can do to consolidate these, remove them, redirect them properly, and make these stronger landing pages for your users. Mistake number 3 is actually going to point back to mistake number 1, which is that you don't have a well-designed homepage. Now, users are coming to your blog post first, that's true, but the second place that they're most likely going is either your about page or your homepage. And so if you are not paying attention to this page and you're just kind of leaving it to the wayside and leaving it the way that your theme designed it to begin with, you're leaving literal money on the table. Your homepage still matters for those who visit it. It is what is going to build trust and credibility even more for those people who decide to take that click onto your homepage. The truth is, a chronological feed of your latest post as your homepage doesn't help users. It doesn't even really help SEO either. You want to feature your best content, the content that you know is right for the users who are finding your homepage and your blog posts. This is what's going to help them to dive in further, to get to know your brand and you as the blogger behind the brand, and it's what's going to help them want to stick around long term. Your homepage should also make it really easy for users to navigate into the rest of your website, whether that's into your recipe index, your top categories, or your top blog posts, so they can really get an understanding of what your website is all about. Your action here is really similar to mistake number 1 and that action step, and that is to view your homepage and put on the hat as if you're a stranger who doesn't know your brand at all. Is it really clear who the author is of the website and that it's a real human creator? Is it clear what type of categories you specialize in and you have expertise in? And would I know what your top content is if I went to your website as a first-time user? Those are the things that you're going to audit and make sure to review on your homepage. These 3 mistakes might seem really small, but when you add them all together, or if one of them is really out of line, you're going to have a compounding problem on your website. Because when these things are operating like they should be on a food blog, you're going to find that users stick around more, that they know where to go next, and they are wanting to browse your content more and more. When users stick around on your website longer, you're going to have more ad impressions and more email signups, and that's exactly what we want to be happening with those users that are coming to our site. We want to turn them into long-term raving fans who want to hear from us and want to browse more of our content. I want you to pick one of these things to focus on this week and see what you can do to improve either your blog post, your category pages, or your homepage. These might not seem like they're easy to check off your list, but they really are an easy thing to audit and fix, or just take steps towards fixing these in the near future. And if you need help with designing your website to match the business that you've built and the credibility that you have as an established food blogger, we would love to chat with you and we would love to help you redesign your website. At Grace and Vine Studios, we focus on helping food bloggers do just that. And I'll put a link in the description of where you can learn more and book a discovery call with me to find out more about how we can help you. Drop a comment below and let me know which of these you found on your own site and which you'll be tackling first. See you next time.